Casey Richardson, Castanet News in Oliver. The Nk'Mip Creek wildfire is now at an estimated 6,800 hectares in size. BC Wildfire Service gave an update on Friday, being able to get a better estimate of the size now that visibility has increased in the area. I'm standing off of a Vineyard Road here in Oliver, where you can see the smoke, heavy, dark and black behind me, that an aircraft is currently working on. The fire has definitely shifted again north, and BC Wildfire is on it. Yesterday, there was significant fire spread to the north towards Camp McKinney Road, away from Osoyoos and more towards the Oliver area. Crews continued to work throughout the night to protect structures and critical infrastructure. Heavy equipment continues to be used to build the fire guards. The terrain is steep and rocky in some areas, though, which can limit the use of equipment. Oliver Fire Department posted something earlier today on Friday morning that prescribed burns were being done by their own personnel in the area, along with BC Wildfire Service, for structure protection and patrols. Right now, I'm standing off Nk'Mip Vineyard Road, where you can see the smoke billowing upwards. There is a helicopter nearby. There will be an RDOS update with local officials coming at 2 p.m., which Castanet will carry live. For Castanet News in Oliver, I'm Casey Richardson.
Gone out at nighttime to shoot?
If you're just joining us, this is a live look at the Nk'Mip Creek wildfire on Friday afternoon. I'm standing on Nk'Mip Vineyard Road, where the wildfire has definitely moved north. Right now, you can see a helicopter is actioning the fire, trying to get smoke that can be seen very clearly from the town, working on that edge. BC Wildfire Service says that the attribution to the increase in size comes from increased visibility in the area, finally being able to map more accurately where the fire has gone. Yesterday, the significant fire spread to the north towards Camp McKinney Road. Crews continued to work throughout the night to protect structures and critical infrastructure. Heavy equipment continues to be used to build fire guards, and the terrain is steep and rocky in some areas where the fire has spread, which can really limit the use of equipment by fire crews. Crews are working to remove available fuels from the properties in the area, but BC Wildfire has called the fire aggressive and challenging. High temperatures and wind speed really resulted in that heightened wildfire activity and increase of smoke. As we know, this weekend looks to have temperatures into the low to mid 30s, which may also increase fire size. Castanet will be keeping an eye on the fire and will be keeping you updated as more information becomes available. For Castanet News in Oliver, I'm Casey Richardson. If you're just joining us, this is a live look at the Nk'Mip Creek wildfire here in Oliver. BC Wildfire Service gave an update to the size, which sits at an estimated 6,800 hectares. Right now, I'm standing off of Nk'Mip Vineyard Road, where a helicopter is battling the blaze that has spread to the north, working on that edge. As we know right now, there are 73 personnel, a combination of firefighters and an incident management team working against the Nk'Mip Creek wildfire, along with 4 helicopters and 15 pieces of heavy equipment. We saw growth throughout last night in the area with aggressive fire behavior and winds. The RDOS has issued alerts for 138 properties and evacuation orders for 566 properties. The Osoyoos Indian Band has 105 properties on alert and 26 on order. The town of Oliver has 140 properties on alert, and the town of Osoyoos has 200 properties on alert right now. Emergency services in Oliver has been billeting 274 people, and so far 383 residents have been supported by the services. In total, 540 people have met with the Operations Emergency Center here in Oliver. Again, if you're just joining us, this is a look at the Nk'Mip Creek wildfire. I'm standing on Nk'Mip Vineyard Road. This is facing east at the wildfire. And this is at the very north edge of the Nk'Mip Creek wildfire, which sparked on Monday afternoon. It initially spread down south towards Oliver, but in the past night, we've seen it grow up again north. The Regional District of Okanagan-Similkameen does have an presser planned today for 2 p.m., which Castanet will be carrying live. You can find that on YouTube. They'll be joined by other officials giving an update on the wildfire. For Castanet News in Oliver, this is Casey Richardson. If you're just joining us, this is a live look at the Nk'Mip Creek wildfire here in Oliver on Friday afternoon. I'm standing on Nk'Mip Vineyard Road looking east at the very north edge of the wildfire. BC Wildfire Service gave an update on size, which is now an estimated 6,800 hectares. Some good news for this evening, where wind speeds are expected to be about 20 kilometers an hour, this afternoon, but then they're going to lighten this evening, according to Environment Canada. Lighter winds in the area may allow for better firefighting efforts against the Nk'Mip Creek wildfire. BC Wildfire Service previously said that wind is a major aggravating factor for fires and have played a big role in Nk'Mip's growth, as we saw yesterday when the fire drastically moved north. Currently, 73 personnel, a combination of firefighters and local teams, along with an incident management team, are on scene with 4 helicopters and 15 pieces of heavy equipment. Evacuations are still standing for many areas and have expanded throughout the wildfire since it sparked on Monday afternoon. The Regional District of Okanagan-Similkameen has 138 properties on alert, 566 properties on evacuation order. The OIB has 185 on alert and 26 on evacuation order. For the town of Oliver and the town of Osoyoos, all properties remain on alert currently. There's 140 on alert in Oliver and 200 on alert in Osoyoos. The Nk'Mip Creek wildfire stands at 6,800 hectares. BC Wildfire Service says that they were able to get a better mapping of the fire today as the smoke and wind lessened. For Castanet News in Oliver, this is Casey Richardson. If you're just joining us, this is a live look at the Nk'Mip Creek wildfire here in Oliver on Friday afternoon. I'm standing on Nk'Mip Creek Vineyard Road, facing east, where the Nk'Mip wildfire has grown quite a bit to the northern direction. A lot of growth this morning, BC Wildfire Service says, was attributed to the wind and the high temperatures, along with heightened fire activity and increased smoke. BC Wildfire Service has previously said that wind is a major aggravating factor for fires, and they play a big role in Nk'Mip's growth. Wind speeds are expected to be about 20 kilometers an hour this afternoon, but then they're also expected to lighten later this evening, according to Environment Canada. Hopefully that'll help die down fire activity and give BC Wildfire Service operations the upper hand. As we know, the wildfire stands at 6,800 hectares. That growth comes from an ability to increase mapping once visibility was clear in the area. Right now, there's plenty of dark smoke here on the northern side of the wildfire, where a helicopter is working its best to bring it under control. The Regional District of Okanagan-Similkameen will be joined by local officials and BC Wildfire Service here at 2 p.m. to give an update on the fire, which Castanet will carry live. Evacuation orders and alerts remain in place for the area, which you can find online. The Regional District of Okanagan-Similkameen still has 138 properties on alert, along with 566 properties on order. So far, 383 individuals have been supported by emergency services in the area. Castanet will be keeping you updated with more information as it becomes available for the Nk'Mip Creek wildfire. For Castanet News in Oliver, I'm Casey Richardson.